Tuesday's one of my favorite days because every Tuesday here on New York Living, we try to connect pets living in shelters to their forever homes. The easy part is falling in love with a four-legged friend. The hard part, though, can be knowing exactly how to properly care for your new adopted pet. And that is where today's guest comes in. Jen Garcia-Mawasan is an author and a pet adoption advocate who educates families about pre- and post-adoption care. So welcome to New York Living, Jen. Great to have you
Thank
here.
you so much for having me.
And I say you brought along a couple of friends with you, so introduce them to us.
Sure. Our man of the hour is Oakley, and he's here with Tom from Rescue Ridge. And Oakley is about 4 years old. He's a pit mix. He's so friendly, so lovable, and he needs a home. And he would make an awesome addition.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about him, though. What was his story before he came to the shelter?
So he has only had one family. He was surrendered. He's been at the shelter longer than they would like. It's been about 6 months. But he's super, super friendly. He's housebroken. I feel like he's the perfect age to, he's housebroken, which is awesome. And he's at the perfect age where he's still playful, but yet also knows how to settle down when playtime is over. And he walks really well on the leash. There's so many, great qualities about him.
Is he good with other dogs, other pets in the house?
They recommend...
He's a little reactive to other dogs, but I don't think he would be aggressive. They just don't really interact with each other too much at the shelter.
Families with children?
Yes, they recommend, I guess, older children.
Okay.
He's friendly, but he jumps. He's a little bit of a handful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He likes to play. He likes to play. And Jen, you actually wrote a book.
Yes.
Of your own personal story about falling in love with one of your little adoptees.
Yes.
So tell us about it.
Yeah, so I wrote a children's book called Carter Gets Adopted, and it was based on a true story about my dog Carter and his adoption story. I adopted him, and I feel like adopting a dog is so special. They know that they're being adopted, and the love that they give you is just so unconditional. And I wanted to advocate about how special it was to go through that process. So I wrote the book to bring awareness, and for children also to ask questions about pet adoption. And I just am so excited that the book is out there and it's teaching families and kids about pet adoption.
Yeah, but there are a lot of big do's and don'ts.
Yes,
right?
It's a big responsibility.
Okay.
Absolutely. So I would definitely say before you adopt a pet, don't just go on a whim. You want to adopt a pet knowing what you're getting into. It's a big commitment. So you have to be prepared for training. Training is so important. A lot of people end up returning pets to the shelter because they're not behaved, but it really comes in with training.
Yeah.
So make sure you take the time to train the dog. And you could look up different books on it. The Art of Raising a Puppy is a great book. You can go to different training groups, but training is huge. And then also know the commitment, like the responsibility of walking your dog and, being present and playing. There's a lot that goes into it. But if you are fully aware, it's the most rewarding, beautiful experience.
What would be a don't, though?
Don't fall in love for just puppy eyes.
Yes.
I mean, they're adorable.
Although, look at their face. Look. Hey.
Look. The puppy eyes are amazing, but you do have to know what you're, getting yourself into. And I would say don't just wing it, and don't get a pet for somebody as a gift if they're not fully aware of what that commitment is going to, take.
Yeah. And so remind folks, if they want to adopt this cutie patootie, Oakley, who do they reach out to?
Rescue Ridge. So they can go to rescueridge.com. Fill out an application, and they will be in touch. And if you want to take him home, he would be very happy.
Yeah, or you can scan that QR code right there on your screen if you want to bring Oakley home to your family. Oh my goodness! And you deserve a treat. Oh, good job! All right, and you can also pick up a copy of Jen's book at CarterGetsAdopted.com. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, coming up on New York Living, another fashion week is in the books. What did we see on the runway that you might actually be able to wear right now? Joanne Butler breaks down the fashion, the trends, and what you want in your closet for fall and beyond. But first, let's get organized.
Get Organized is brought to you by IKEA.
All right, now that you're a new pet parent, you will need to stock up on a ton of essential items to maintain a functional space for you and your furry friend. First up, sort, divide, conquer. Expert Marie Kondo suggests sorting pet supplies by category or type, not location. Gathering items in place will make them easier to find. 2, store items where they will be used. And lastly, utilize bins and boxes. Both are great ways to store pets' toys, and it gives them access for independent playtime. That's what I do for my pup. Well, that was your Get Organized tip for today. We'll be right back.